What's up, guys? Barry Gaming here, back with some more Idle Heroes. And today I want to talk about something that is just really unfun about one of the newer game modes that we participate in pretty much every month or so. And that's Force War. I think everybody can agree it's probably their least favorite. Actually, I don't know, because like part of Force War I really love, which is the Lair Expedition. The other part, which is the actual like world map, it's unbalanced. There's really unfun mechanics in it. It just doesn't really do anything for me. I mean, maybe Starland Arena is more boring for me personally. You guys might enjoy it. But Force War really could use some changes. They've done some things like they got rid of Wanderer in the game, which was a really cool feature. But let's talk about all those things and how we can actually improve it. Because so far, I just don't enjoy the second half of Force War, which is like the longest part of it. So hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Hit that subscribe button. Let's jump right into it. So let's start off with the positive, I guess I'll say. I mean, the positive is, number one, you do get quite a few gems from this. You get what, like an extra 2,000 gems just by, not really, I mean, you have to participate, you have to do donations in order to get rewards, but these rewards are based on your whole entire team. You do get some secondary resources, not that much, and then you even get more resources here, even if you're like in the worst place possible. Like you're getting some resources, and then of course you're getting at least a few contract starry gems, decent amount if you guys are in the top rankings, which also include more gems. That's positive, because even if you barely play this game mode, you're gonna get some force ranking rewards, and you're gonna get some points depending on how much you play. This does include some, stellar shards or construction materials, things like that that are really useful. Of course, getting in the top 100 is really important, because I think you get both of these. I actually don't remember if you get both of these or not. I'll have to check next time. Probably not, because there's the different borders, so it's top 100 and then everybody else gets these if they don't make top 100. That's cool. And I do think Lair Expedition is a really fun game mode, more fun for the people later in the game for sure, but those in the early game, even on my free-to-play account, I love trying to optimize what traits I can pick to kind of really power up the account. So between that, the rewards, the council chamber, I mean, the Earth Veins literally just daily login type stuff. Daily login, donate, Watchtower, hit it 3 times. Even if you get a PvP battle against like the easiest team known to man, like a single Garuda or something like that, it's almost like that for everybody. And that's what I think the good of this game mode is. Now comes the bad, and it's probably the biggest part of this video, because, well, as good as the rewards are, it really is a pain in the butt. Number one, let's talk about the map itself. The map itself is just horribly designed, because you'll notice it's the same teams every time that are down the bottom. Why is that? Because they are in the middle of 3 other factions. You could argue, well, Barry, I mean, you look here, you got like 3 different borders still here. While yes, you do have the same number of enemies touching you, you're not dead center of everybody's sights. Like this one here is almost always loses down to 0. Almost always. This one usually does pretty good, honestly, and one of the best ones is his bottom side here, because like nobody seems to ever really go around here. The other one that's always really bad is the yellow team here, because again, you can see right now there's literally 4 different places touching. Granted, I don't think 4 can attack because there's no road going over here, so even though they're touching, that's not a big deal. You have to pay attention to the roads and what roads intersect, because you can only attack the next building on a road that's connecting between the 2 zones. But like time and time again, these are always some of the lowest. Even the red team usually is in the lower end. Orange team getting beat up on, I guess they see Jesus is here as the leader, and they're like, yeah, let's go for the orange team, let's see if we can take them off. So that's like the second part that I think is just really boring about this. Now the next part, how many of you guys have never even been on the screen? Because in reality, the divine statue technology is mainly just for the guild, not the guild, but the force leaders. How boring is this? Because everybody just does the same thing. Everybody says, you know what? I'm just gonna ban all the warriors, because if you do go to the branch far enough, warriors cannot be deployed. That's just like, it's such a boring thing being able to block an entire class, because as you guys know, most people build warriors on their account because they're some of the strongest right now. And when this happens right here, it essentially says, yeah, you can't have fun with your heroes. You're just not allowed to use any of your heroes. And when you do go into combat, and you fight, you have to just use your weakest heroes essentially. And I think this is like, I think this was supposed to be a cool metagaming type thing, but at the same time, that just like all the warriors are just the best right now in the game. It feels bad to have this. Granted, other people go for other nodes too, where they want to, like, you know, get rid of, say, maybe assassins or something like that. Where is the assassin one actually? Is it all the way in the middle? Yeah, there it is. Some of these little see, these things are so weird. They're like constellations, but like, I don't know. It's just everybody does warrior, and it just feels so bad. It does also enhance your own buildings, which I guess is the cool part here. But the fact that it just says, nah, you're not allowed to use some of the best heroes in the game, that just kind of sucks. Yeah, purchase limit. This is the next thing that I don't find fun. The fact that you have to spend gems just to stay competitive on the leaderboard. Granted, all the other PvP modes are very similar, where, you know, you can buy a certain amount of stamina every day. This one, you have to pump out an extra 500 gems every single day if you want to try to keep up on the list. Even with my account, like, I'm barely staying in the top 100 with doing all those extra attacks here too. It just, yeah, I'm like barely hanging on. I'm right there with Brownie. Hey Brownie, that's my guild mate. How you doing? What's up? We got the same point totals right now. Really, this is just so weird because, again, if your account is mainly, oh, I don't know, warriors, and they say, oh, you can't use warriors, that just takes like an unfun mechanic and just multiplies it by 1,000, because now nobody can use warriors. And you have to just spend extra gems just to try to get whatever points you can with your priests, your mages, all that fun stuff. And this doesn't seem like a game mode that's like super important enough to transfer all your homeowners, your void imprinting, your tree of origin, all that stuff over. It just doesn't feel that great, honestly. Does it? Now, as far as fixing this game mode, I mean, number one, the map has to change. I think one thing that I've seen in like AFK Arena done really well, the map is like a nice circle, so you're only ever touching two different things. The center part opens up later on, but you essentially spread out across this big old circle, and you try to, you know, beat people on each wing. There's some better strategy to it, and there's no ganging up like there is in this game mode here. I mean, you can see here, we're kind of pushing here, but you got other people also attacking it. You got multiple targets attacking all these different places and everything. It's just kind of like, the map has to change. That's just the number one part of it. It feels horrible. It's just bad. And number two is got to be the removal of these nodes. Like, all these buffs for your own stuff, or maybe you can make it so that they nerf that class, but you can still use it. I just really hate the fact that you just simply can't use heroes, because I know there's some people out there in the earlier game, like, this is their only hero they can use, so they're literally just chucking in like 9 and 10 stars in to try to defeat anybody on this map, and it feels bad. I never realized there was a DH Games dead fish in there. I never noticed that. That's a little Easter egg. Hold on, are there any other ones? I'm getting sidetracked here. Okay, that's one of the cool things about this. I'll say that one's cool because I didn't notice it. You get like lightning and a boat up here too. That's pretty cool. Never actually looked at the map. Not like this, because this is the only important way to look at it. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. This game mode has so much potential, especially when you see like what games like AFK Arena does with, like, is it the Abyssal Expedition, or I forget what it is. I forget the game mode it is, but it's the guild one. It's really good, and this one just kind of falls flat in comparison. So let me know what you guys think. Leave some comments, leave some ideas down below. We'll share it with the development team. I'll see you guys next time.